Hey, welcome to Roasted-Newt. I'm Michael. I'll be your reader for the next 10 minutes or so. Today, I wanted to talk about humans and what this life is. I mean, what is it? Um, it's like a game, and depending on where you are in that game, is what you're supposed to be building and how you're supposed to be building it. So, just say you're surviving and you're in a bit of a tight situation where you're just surviving, then you only need to build a certain amount of things to create that comfort. But in the back of your mind, you still have plans for bigger um, buildings and empires. But at the moment, if you're just surviving, then just build what you got to build with what you've got, and don't be afraid to ask, because you got to kind of look at what you are communicating. What are you communicating to even your friends and family or just the outside world? Because um, as the Bible or whatever says, ask and you shall receive. Um, so when you think about things like building empires, you got to think about what are you doing with your time, rather than complaining about being persecuted or a victim of something. Use that energy into creative things like art, music, and drawing and media or whatever creative or job or business idea you have. Put that complaining energy into building, but also um, do a lot of thinking, but not overthinking. But only when you're thinking, make sure you're learning as well. So that goes to say, what kind of music are you listening to? Are you listening to trash music? That's about trash things, or are you listening to intelligent music? Are you watching intelligent videos? But that there's a time and place for everything, because it's okay to have a laugh about something completely stupid too. But the thing about when you get to the point of, uh, depending on what age you are, like if you're still in your 30s or 20s or teens or whatever, even your 40s and 50s, but the thing about chasing dreams and ambitions and like empires, building empires, that's when you got to start placing like massive, huge bricks, like bang, brick, brick. You can't, you can't just put whatever. You got to put a brick, then you've got to put the cement or whatever around it. You got to craft it. But it's actually hard to do that kind of thing now, because it makes you lose sleep. That's what I was gonna say. Is when you start chasing dreams, that's when you start losing sleep, because you get to a point when you want that thing so hard that you can't stop thinking about it. But I guess that's when you got to slow down and just be a normal person. But yeah, also the thing about humans is like we are creators and we are destroyers at the same time, and we all hurt people, we all help people, we all do it without even realizing. So I could walk down the street and someone can get offended about something about me, and that will hurt their feelings, and I didn't even really do anything other than just be my own self. And I guess that's what the crime is in these days, and I guess it's always been that way. Is if you just be your own self and you don't be like everybody else, then that's a problem. And this subject has been talked about a lot on the internet and throughout history. Is like I don't believe in being like everybody else, to the point of like not expressing my feelings. I like to express my feelings. I like to express my thoughts, but I do like to blend in as well. Like if I'm out and about, I'm not gonna make a huge scene like I used to always do, but I like to just smoothly move throughout society when I'm out there, because what I'm trying to obviously say is I feel different compared to the rest of most people, I guess. And that's not even an unusual thing. I reckon there's a lot of people that feel different. I think feeling different is actually normal in a way. Like, you know, you know what I mean? I'm getting a lot of fours, so it's a lot about stability. What would you prefer? Uh, to have a dream only half fulfilled, but you've got all the stability in the world, or would you want and you last a long time and you're healthy and you're happy in a way, but it's boring in a way, or would you want your wildest dreams for a short amount of time, but it's chaotic as fuck and you probably die? Like that's I don't know. Like I just because I have that dream too of being a rock star and I've put a lot of effort towards trying to make it happen too. But lately, I'm just realizing it's just like, oh, it's burning me out. You know, I need to slow down. I'm always going to be working on it, but I burn myself out from it. And there's a thing here about rest and stability and just peace of mind. And there's also peace feelings in the heart and stable emotions. You know, like get your rest. You know, eat your veggies, get some sunlight, go for a walk, repeat. Just look after yourself, man. You know. As I said before, this chasing dreams and building empires, it makes you lose sleep, man. And if you lose too much sleep, you lose life. And if you lose life, you lose mental capacity. And if you lose mental capacity, you can't place bricks to build your empire. So maybe I should call this how to build an empire. Yeah, but you know, as they say in that movie, The Field of Dreams, if you build it, they'll come, man. But there's a lot of people, there's a lot of men, and we're probably going to be them that die with our ideas in the grave. Our dreams go to the grave when we end up, nothing end up happening. Imagine all those billions of people who have just disappeared and died and forgotten about, man. And one day when you're smoking a joint in the graveyard, you look at their grave. It says 1871. Mr. Charles Charlington or something died here. I don't know what I'm saying there. But I used to smoke weed in the graveyard sometimes. That's another story. Let's see what else pops up. I wonder if another 4 card's gonna pop up. That'd be like a lucky. That'd be like a jackpot, wouldn't it? Ooh, the devil. I guess so. Like, what happens when you sort of have these massive dreams to go out in the world and conquer the world, and you're sort of a young person like me, and you are spiritual, and you at least at one point had a belief in God or something spiritual. What happens is this massive power that really has a hold of your life is going to isolate you and protect you and make your life really boring. But really, it's saving you from a lot of things that will destroy you, kill you, ruin your character, and degrade you. But because if you were to just go out there in the world and pursue this massive empire thing you want or whatever, you'd probably get eaten alive. Um, yeah, and you wouldn't survive. But that's why it seems so boring and like stagnant and not moving forward when you have these massive ambitions. It's because something's actually protecting you. I know it sounds sad, and sometimes you might want to resist that, but just trust it, man. You'll end up falling in love with someone or something, and they'll end up helping with the ideas anyway, and it'll all morph into something better. And don't worry about if you're already like halfway. If you've already sort of been working on this thing for a long time and you've got up to a point here, just take a chill pill and just rest here. And once you sit here on that little wall, you know, someone might come along and help you with some more ideas on decorating this part of the empire over here anyway. Metaphorically speaking, you know. So yeah, love is out there. You can find love and you can achieve your dreams, but often things come and happen in ways you don't imagine they will be. And that's basically it. So yeah, if this message resonated with you in any way today, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Um, don't fight. Have a good night. Catch you later.